Hello everyone, my name is Wayne Segar. I'm from Ruxit, and I'll actually start off the presentation just by asking a question. How many people here actually have a website or a mobile app that they kind of rely on for their business, or that's kind of their bread and butter? Okay. And other side of the question, how many people have actually gone to a website that has kind of slowed down, given a bunch of errors, maybe they're trying to buy something, click the button and it didn't work, and got kind of frustrated. Okay. So basically what we've done is, what Ruxit does is it's a tool that's designed to be an application performance monitoring tool. It's marketed towards businesses so that they can actually monitor their websites all around, from an end user perspective, from a back end perspective. Because for those of you who are, again, from the end user perspective, a lot of times on the operations side, we found that there's actually a lot of headaches that go along with trying to go ahead and actually determine a root cause of monitoring things. So let me just walk you through a little bit around what Ruxit does and how we actually make ourselves a little bit different when an issue occurs. So let's say a website starts to slow down, and if I'm an operation person, the majority of the time I'm going to get a notification that says website slow down. Or maybe I don't get anything. Maybe sometimes I get a phone call from somebody that says, "Hey, my website's not working." And so that's obviously the worst case because you're having some issues already, and now your end users are impacted, and people probably are already turned away. You're already losing some revenue. So what we do is we're able to tell this person on the operations side here how to actually go about and solve this issue and determine what is actually going on. So, and what you're seeing here is if an end user is having a problem where you're having a lot of JavaScript errors, basically the site's unresponsive, they can't use it. They're actually able to get down to the root cause here and actually see that, okay, you had this failure rate increase, you had the application go wrong, and now, instead of having to search through error logs and spend hours and calling different people, waking different people up, one person is able to clearly see that here's the service problem, that's what I need to fix. So I need to call the person responsible for maintaining that piece on the service. And so to actually then analyze that and actually get down to what the end, what the root cause really is, it's going to take you right down to the issue, and you're actually going to be able to see all the way down to if it's a piece of code, or if maybe it's a database statement or something like that that's slowing everything down. You can actually get down all the way to see exactly what's taking up the most amount of time and what you need to fix. And so again, for those of you who aren't from the technical side, may not be super meaningful, but to actually get down to the exact component, to the exact line of code that something is actually broken, is going to allow you to fix something a lot faster and resolve an issue a lot sooner. And so, just to show you from another aspect of things, you can actually see with our tool kind of how your end user experience is, again, in the current state. So what you're able to see here is, I'm just grabbing an application. This is actually giving somebody the actual end user response time. When somebody is logging on to your page, what the response time is within the browser. If there's any JavaScript errors that are happening that are causing a certain percentage of users to be impacted. And also, you can actually get down to individual clicks. So again, in this case, if somebody's clicking search, how fast is that responding for the end user on average? And you're able to see if there's any errors associated with that. So it's very powerful to see where your users are coming from. And also, if you take a look at this map here, you're able to see on a color-coded basis, where people are coming from, and also what the performance is from different locations. You can actually zoom in all the way down to the region level. So, for the most part, that is primarily the basis around the tool. It does a lot of other things to be able to, again, help you get down to finding the root cause of an issue a lot faster. So I'll open it up for any questions now.
Who's your customer, the high-tech manager?
Yeah, primarily the customer would be an operations manager, or even a CTO is usually typically who we talk to, but usually it's like an operations manager. Somebody who who most likely has to hire less people to do a lot more.
Is this server-based? I mean, as far as
Yeah, it's a SaaS-based product, so you would install it on your host for a majority of the functionality, and some of it you can actually embed in a web application.
do you do real-time performance suggestions in line with when you're troubleshooting?
Yeah, so that's actually the next phase, is the suggestion phase. So right now, what we're doing is we're giving you all the real-time data, you can see what's going on, and then we're looking for anomalies and actually telling you exactly what's going on. But the next phase is actually here's what you should fix, because today this is what it looks like.
Are you guys do you have a plan to get into load testing services? Because it seems like you're hitting websites anyway.
Well, we're monitoring the websites, not like hitting them. They're actually reporting to us. We're SaaS-based. So not currently to get into like load testing. Usually in that case, we would actually partner with somebody who would do it to make things a little bit easier. So we're not in the load testing space, but we do monitor and actually help assist with the load testing before you actually get into production and you can actually find some bottlenecks.
So I'm a huge New Relic fan.
Yeah.
How are you better?
Okay, so first of all, the New Relic is a great product. First of all, I'll actually go off of that. But where it's kind of at fault is that it focuses a lot just on the application level. So if you are having, let's say, an infrastructure problem or a network issue, especially if you're in the cloud and you're having a network issue where you can't actually put a probe out there to diagnose anything, New Relic's really not going to tell you that. It's going to tell you it's slowing down. You're going to have to dig and hunt, find, maybe figure it out. Whereas our product, what it will do is take all of those data points, because we actually capture everything on a per process level, and we get a lot deeper into it and correlate it together to then tell you what the problem is. So historically, New Relic, again, kind of going off the traditional monitoring approach, it gives you alerts to say something's going wrong, but it doesn't tell you what the impact is without you having to go in and do it yourself. So it saves you a lot of time in that sense.
What's the pricing model?
So it's SaaS-based, it's consumption-based. So what that means is if you wanted to, we base it off a per host or per user, like per usage, in terms of how many hosts you're planning to monitor, how many hosts you have for your applications, and also the amount of visits, or think of it as like a Google Analytics session that come in is kind of based off the pricing model. Free trial, 30-day free trial. It's completely, no committed trial. You can sign up. Yeah, full functionality. There's no restrictions on it. You have to have at it for 30 days.
Seeing that we're in Boston, how would you guys compare yourselves to AppNeta or Traceanalytics?
Yeah. So again, kind of taking the same approach to what kind of how New Relic went off of it. They're more focused a lot of times on a lot of the network level type of stuff. Whereas we put everything into context. So we're diving into the application, we're looking at it at the end user, but we're also, when an issue does occur, we're giving you the full context of what the impact is and what you need to fix a little bit faster. Whereas you do get a lot of data with those products, it just sometimes can be a little bit longer to get to the actual root cause of something.
How would the full stack look like in the smart scale?
Yeah.
Just sure that I think that would answer.
Yeah, I mean, one nice thing that we have is the actual visualization around how the tool actually works. So you can actually see from the application perspective what services you use, what processes, what hosts, and you can kind of jump around in this view. And again, this is auto-discovered. I don't have to build this. It's just Ruxit determines it based off of when it gets installed on your hosts, and you can actually see the different levels of how applications are talking to each other, how components are talking to each other, and if there's anything going wrong, you see one actually red there and what it's impacting.
I read a good article in Inc. magazine. It's about analytics, big analytics.
Yep.
Right? So is that what you do?
Well, it's a big part of what we do, yeah. So it's doing the analytics in kind of behind the scenes. So it's not necessarily making you do all the analytics, but what it's doing is it's analyzing what your current performance is, what your current error rates are, current loads, things like that, and then determining what anomalies happen. So it is machine learning, and will determine when an anomaly occurs and when something you should be notified of. Let's say if something's slowing down or failing.
Are you the same as Call Red?
No.
Yeah.
No. So we actually monitor we would monitor, let's say say CNN.com or something. We'd be like a customer. Just making that up. We would monitor their website, so when somebody goes there and it's like crashing or slowing down, they would know about it, and then they would be able to fix it a lot faster.
Okay, different,
Different end user type. Yep.
Huh.
How long does it take to set up, and then how long would you say, estimate takes a developer to kind of get onboarded, understand how to use it, get value out of it?
Yeah. So the setup is actually pretty quick. It's a one script install, so depending on what you're using, if you're using Windows or Linux, but if Windows is an executable file, and then it's just a one script for those of you who actually use Linux, and you install there. But basically what happens is it goes in and auto discovers everything that's running, so you don't have to tell it what to monitor. So it's less than 5 minutes to actually get it up and running, and everything will be kind of auto-instrumented. Learning curve is pretty simple, at least I like to think so. You don't have to set any thresholds. You don't have to set any, like I said, it's anomaly based. So it's going to look at everything that you perform in current performance, and it's going to then determine, maybe when you have an issue or when something starts to look a little bit different.
All right. We're good
Okay.
right there. Thank you.
Thank you.